Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. I got my DNA tested. Don't worry, it's not that I'm a suspect for committing any kind of terrible crime. It's one of these little kits where you spit into a little glass tube and then you send it off and they examine your DNA and analyze it and send you back a report telling you all different things about yourselves and what medical conditions you might be prone to and everything else. And I found out some things that I already knew. It told me that I am 16% Dutch. Well, I knew that because I always knew that my great-grandfather, his name was De Jong, and he came from Holland. It also told me that I've got the muscle composition that is common in elite power athletes. Obviously, it's buried under a layer of fat, but it's there somewhere. It also told me that according to my DNA profile, I am likely to consume more caffeine than the average person. And since I have an espresso coffee machine in my kitchen, that's certainly true. It told me that I'm less likely than the average person to have a fear of public speaking, which, given my job as a Christian minister, is probably a good thing as well. And it told me rather randomly that according to my DNA profile, I'm likely to wake up at 21 minutes past 7 in the morning. No, I don't understand how they can work that out either. You know, when you look at all these different things that are supposedly influenced by your DNA, you could almost fall into the trap of thinking that you don't have much choice in the decisions that you make. And there are people who believe that we don't. There are atheists, for example, who are determinists. They believe that everything is down to random chance and your DNA and everything else, and you don't actually have any real free will or any choices. And there are Christian determinists who believe that God has so predestined everything that it's already decided, and you know what, it really doesn't matter what you decide because it's going to happen anyway. But the Bible actually tells us that our choices are very important, and that includes the most important choice of all, and that is whether we will choose to receive Jesus Christ as our Savior or not. Back in the book of Joshua, in Joshua chapter 24 and verse 15, Joshua said, "Choose you this day whom you will serve, but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." You know, I'm so grateful that 40 years ago I made a choice, and it wasn't determined for me by my DNA. I could have made that choice in a different direction. But I made that choice. I made a choice to follow Jesus. I made a choice to believe that Jesus had died for me on the cross, and I received him into my life, and he changed my life forever. I know there are people who excuse things that they do by saying they couldn't help it. They say, "Oh, but it's the way I'm made." The fact is that whatever way we were made, Jesus wants to change us into something better. And we can make the choice of asking him into our life, and on a daily basis, we can make the choice of turning to him and asking him to do something greater and do something better in our lives. And I would encourage you today, make good choices. You have the power to choose. You have free will. Choose Jesus. Choose to follow him. Choose to worship him. Choose to bring your difficulties to him in prayer. And choose to ask him to continue remaking you and reshaping you and changing you from glory to glory. May God help us to make the right choices today. And you know what? That always means choosing to follow Jesus, to trust Jesus, to love Jesus, and to worship Jesus. May you have a great day in his presence today, and join us again. Make a decision to join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.